the active polity in open civility. I'll preserve, protect and defend the sovereignty of the Constitution and the Statute of India. In reciprocity, so God be with me. Bharatvasiyon ko namaskar. Namaste, namaste and namaskar to every leader, every member of the parliament, every member of the legislative assembly, every citizen, every society, every village, every city, and namaste to every nation. Thus Jesus said, be guileless like a dove and be as sharp as a serpent. Thus Sri Krishna said, Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam hruddesho arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra arudani mayaya. The God Ishwar is seated in every citizen and he is driving the citizen as a driver of the value in the workforce. Quran says, O you who believe, enter absolutely into peace. Do not follow in the footsteps of Satan. He is an outright enemy to you. Quran 2:208. Amen. In humility and dynamism in yoga, I uphold the value of the Parliament and the integrity of the Indian Constitution. I will utilize the dividing forces to combat the evil as a challenge to my motherland in yoga towards sovereign, socialist, secular democracy. For many leaders, advisors and planners, right from the ancient times till today, were benefited by performing yoga, and I will help and defend the nation in yoga. So God be with me. With assent, approval and support of the learned Prime Minister, his cabinet colleagues and other leaders of the Parliament, I will exercise the powers within the Constitution as a zero-hour president and as a full-time president in the matter of the state and the statute. And in integrity, I will execute judicially, executive, legislative and emergency powers, much needed to alert the armed aviation and the maritime forces to the best of my ability. So help me God. Indian culture is the marvelous jewel in the world heritage. The 1.3 billion population in 28 states with 35 languages, from heaven to earth, from royals to rubbish, from beggar to bribery, from poverty to prudence, and from polity to populace. The aspirations and hopes of the learned Prime Minister in this democratic India is being dominated by world culture, color, climate, polity and the region. We will endeavor to neutralize the inequality in humility and in yoga. So help me God. The sovereignty of the Indian democracy will have to be upheld within sustainable polity. The reasons of religion, region, language, rights, and the obligations, all to be neutralized in this parliamentary democracy to reach new heights, will preserve the sovereignty in self-depletion, fellow-feeling, and magnanimity. So help me God in yoga. The Indian Army, Navy, and the Air Force is supported by logistics, security, cyber intelligence in ballistic and anti-ballistic artillery, surface to air, and air-to-air combat capabilities towards tactical rescue, and we will neutralize chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear warfare. We will grant reprieves and pardons on the advice of the learned Prime Minister and his cabinet. So help me God. India's vast maritime interest, India's growth as the world's fifth largest power, maritime security, indigenization, protection remains inevitable consonant, which has vital relationship in international growth. Mutual understanding with the maritime countries separated by geography, topography, threats, terrorism, piracy, and trafficking. And we will protect maritime interests and security in digital, chemical, and high-tech attributions in the wake of defense production and defense acquisition, with the help of the learned Prime Minister, cabinet ministers, and leaders of the Parliament. We will endeavor to protect every single blood in the sky, on sea, and we will enhance airborne capabilities with indigenous and acquired digital capabilities in the land, and prevent instability with mercy and in yoga. So help me God. The bribery, black money, tax evasion in the wake of insufficiency and poverty, inequality in opportunity is a crusade that takes root in Satan's rainbow. We will endeavor to clear it as an encounter in the spirit of adventure, unifying the value in divergent dilemma. In this land of major rivers, Indus, Brahmaputra, Ganga, Godavari, Krishna, Yamuna, and many other rivers. On one side, remote villages are limping for drinking water, livelihood, and electricity, despite the great efforts of governance in providing necessities, and this remained buffoonery while excess water is gushing into the ocean bed with thirst and hunger, with harvesting the solar and wind energy in this 21st century scenario. We will endeavor to unite this opulent nature's world within the ambit of diverging polity. So help me God. While the forward digital surge remains a mirage in the international internet scenario, for the youth force, now it is the time to change from maker's bull to bearish buyer in promoting Make in India postulations in electronic, computer, and digital applications. Indian youth force is the mass surge towards the self-attainment, self-reliant force in the path of preservation. We endeavor to act in complacency, in the spirit of adventure, showing better future in the youth force scenario towards unified high technology drive and enthusiasm. India accepts a cordial diplomatic relationship among divergent polity, among countries of differing chemical, nuclear and digital capabilities, and multilingual communication traits, all as a statement in every consulate, while the other man is separated by air, water and the land, by the culture, religion, climate, resources, geography and topography. Every Indian is united by the mind and by the deed, in zeal and enthusiasm, in the same blood and the heart, with other high-tech dominant forces in the forefront. We will endeavor to sustain humility towards unifying diplomacy, burying differences, misgivings, and the anger towards secular statesmanship and meaningful presidency in courage, peace, and in fertility, in forefront of Ashoka Chakra, in honor of peacetime decoration. Jai Hind.